Please don't make me go. You can keep homeschooling me.
Tell you everything I know. No more argument, okay? We've discussed this ad nauseum.
What's ad nauseum?
You don't know? Wow, looks like someone needs school.
Good morning, Miss Stevenson.
Who can tell me what 3 plus 3 is?
Everyone knows it's 6.
Barry, can you stand up, please? Can you tell me what 57 multiplied by 135 is? Okay.
7,695. The square root is 87.7 and change. Now, what does ad nauseum mean?
I listen to the wind of my soul.
I think your niece may be gifted.
I am good friends with the headmaster of the Oaks Academy for Gifted Education.
No, I promised my sister I'd give Mary a normal life. I think she's got to be here.
I've sat upon the setting sun.
Who's that lady in front of our door?
That would be your grandmother.
Holy
It's a MacBook, darling.
What are you doing here?
You are denying the girl her potential. How many 7-year-olds are doing advanced calculus?
You forgot the negative sign on the exponent.
Mary, why didn't you say anything?
Frank says I'm not supposed to correct older people. Nobody likes a smartass.
We petition the court to grant my client full custody of the child.
No!
You're gonna take that girl, you're gonna loan her out to some think tank where she can talk non-trivial zeros with a bunch of old Russian guys for the rest of her life.
And you'd bury her under a rock.
Evelyn, stop. I'm raising her how I believe Diane would have wanted.
Do you need a reason we should commit treason?
If anybody takes that baby away, I'll smother you in your sleep.
Bring into this.
My sister wanted Mary to be a kid. She wanted her to have friends and to be happy.
Tell us, do you have health insurance?
No.
Did you spend the night in jail?
Objection!
And leave the valleys of...
What's your greatest fear?
That I'll ruin Mary's life.
She's bossy.
I've heard that.
valleys of the young.
He's a good person. You wanted me before I was smart.
Drama is based on the need for all of us to love and be loved. The sacrifice we make for others and the choices we must make along the way to harness our capabilities in the face of our life. Gifted is a movie where a girl has a passion for math, but her uncle has another purpose for her. His efforts and dedication is to keep his promises to his sister. A film about the education of the gifted. Maria, a 7-year-old girl born in a family of gifted people. His mother, Diane, considered one of the most promising mathematicians of the 21st century, had devoted herself to an unresolved millennium problem, the Navier-Stokes equations, but her mother unresolved suicide. Frank, his niece's legal guardian, is reluctant to allow her life to be right, besides, as happened with his sisters and married mothers, instead of taking advantage of the exceptional gift. He is determined to give a normal life to a 7-year-old girl. Evelyn, her grandmother, is not going to let her granddaughter talent go to waste. That's how the battle begins between the two family members who have different ideas about what's best for the gift Mary. He was born June 13, 1981, in Sudbury, Massachusetts. Is an American actor, model, and film director. He entered high school at Lincoln, Sudbury Regional, where he graduated in 1999. He moved to Brooklyn, where he was an intern at a casting agency and took a course of acting. The film stars an exceptional gift as Mary's uncle. The guy lives a lonely life, wants a normal life for his niece and is afraid that she will end up like his sister who commits suicide. Evans began his career on the 2000 television series Opposite Sex, and in addition to his work in superhero films. Cat Stevens, now he calls himself Yusuf Islam because of his approach to the Muslim world, was born on July 21, 1948 in London. In 1979, he auctioned all his guitars to donate the proceeds to charity and abandoned his musical career to devote himself to the teaching of the philosophy of Islam. After his religious conversion in the later 1917, Stevens never allowed his songs to be used in film or television. However, almost 20 years later, the film Rushmore received permission to use the songs Here Come My Baby and The Wind. Since then, several Cat Stevens songs have been used in film and television productions. In 2001, he made himself known thanks to the comedy It's Not Another Stupid American Film. He then played the superhero The Human Torch in the 2005 comic book adaptation Fantastic Four. In 2011, Evans played the Marvel Comics character Captain America, nominated in MTV Movie Award for the Best Hero in 2011. In 2014, he made his directorial debut with the drama film Before We Go. In 2015, he played Captain America again in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Evans starred in the family drama Gifted in 2017. Evans made his Broadway debut in a production of Love Hero in 2018. He repeated the role in the follow-up of Captain America: Civil War and in Avengers: Infinity War of 2018. And finally, in 2018, he will star as an Israeli Mossad agent in the thriller film The Red Sea Diving Resort.
Benjamin, how many did you get right?
9. You think he'd get it this one? Hey girl, you're the dumbest kid in the world.
So what happened? You weren't meant to be a failure, Bennett. And you can control your temper, and you can bring your grades up too. I know you can.
I'm dumb, Mother.
No, you ain't. You're gonna go to the library and pick out 2 books. And at the end of the week, you're gonna hand me a written report about what you read.
We cannot possibly survive it on television.
Well, you're gonna start now. Why you waste all that time watching the TV? If you use that time to develop your God-given gifts, wouldn't be long before folks was watching you on TV. I want you both to learn your times tables.
What?
No way.
You can do it.
That could take a year.
Don't take my boys a year. You're smart.
Lacquer. L-A-C-Q-U-E-R. Lacquer.
That is correct.
Yes!
Before Benjamin takes a seat, I have a few words I want to say. Benjamin is a boy of color. He has no father in his life. He comes to us with tremendous disadvantages. There's no reason you shouldn't have done better than him. What's wrong with you kids? You're not trying hard enough. You should be ashamed.
Drama is based on conflicting and tense situations of real life, with tragic elements that move and sensitize people, with action that make the character not feel good or happy with himself, and that he must face his fears. The problems that the main character has influenced the family, friends, and all around. The movie is a drama because it is based on Ben Carson's dilemmas, such as racial and economical prejudice that generates many feelings like sadness, joy, hate, pain, compassion, and others, and this makes us reflect to be better people with what we have now. Ben Carson, when he was at school, he was not very smart. His mom inspired him to read and study more to gain intelligence and help him overcome his rebellion. He had to face discrimination because he was black and his socioeconomic condition. With great dedication and effort, he entered to Yale University to study medicine. He has a purpose, and it is to be the best in medicine. Despite the challenges he must face, he made his goal of studying neurology, thanks to the money that the hospital gave him where they worked. His mission is to heal and operate diseases that have never been operated, such as a case of Siamese. His performance was masterful because he was passionate with every scene he made during the film and took over the role of Ben Carson, transmitting many feelings to the public as was the insecurity that they lived in his adolescence. The effort he made to improve his grades and dedication to be a doctor. No other actor could make a presentation as impeccable as Cuba Gooding Jr. did. He did a hard job with effort and dedication that was reflected on the screen. The soundtrack is of classical music. This genre of music allows Ben Carson to concentrate during his operation and while studying. It generates peace, tranquility, and harmony that inspire you to work in the best way. George Friedrich Handel was born on February 23, 1685 in Halle, Germany. Was a composer considered one of the leading figures of Baroque music and one of the most influential composers of Western and Universal music. He was an excellent musician of the court where he composed great works for the king, and his most important work was The Messiah, a piece played in this movie. Flower Duet is a very famous soprano and mezzo-soprano duo that appears in the opera L'Acme de Leo Delibes. Flower Duet, Saint Germain Festival Orchestra, and Richard Blaireux was also a piece played in the movie. Timeline 1968. Cuba Gooding Jr. was born on January 2 in the Bronx, New York. His mother, Shirley, was a backup singer for the Sweethearts. His father, Cuba Gooding, was the lead vocalist for the R&B group The Main Ingredient. 1984. At age 16, he debuted as a break dancer in a performance by Lionel Richie at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles. 1988. After appearing in advertisements and in some other series, such as in a chapter of the MacGyver series The Black Rhinoceros, his first appearance in the cinema was in The Prince of Zamunda. 1990. John Singleton chose him for the main role of his debut feature Boys in the Hood, focused on a group of young black people who are facing drugs and crime. That was Cuba's first success. 1996. He became now worldwide when Cameron Crowe included him as supporting actor in Jerry Maguire, and with commercial success that made him a popular figure and that made him an Oscar winner for Best Supporting Actor. 1998. He made a series of advertisements for Pepsi and the movie Chill Factor, in which he plays an ice cream man who must protect a military secret with the help of a chef. 2000. He has acted in several films of humorous cut that is the land where he develops remarkably, and also in the dramatic genre, such as Men of Honor, which reveals his innate acting skills even in different genres. 2001. In the film, Pearl Harbor performs a remarkable performance as the black cook Doris Miller. 2009. The actor traveled to Spain to preside over the jury of the 3 Ibiza International Film Festival, a contest dedicated to independent cinema. 2015. It is part of the series Forever ABC chain, making appearance in 3 episodes of the first season as Isaac Monroe, a suitor of Detective Joe Martinez. He played O.J. Simpson in the series American Crime History, an anthology series based on real crimes. Also played Dominic Banks in American Horror History Roanoke.
Sorry I'm late.
We didn't ever think you'd leave Ole Miss.
It does take 4 years, Jolene. I got a job today, writing for the Jackson Journal.
Great. You can write my obituary. Charlotte Phelan, dead. Her daughter, still single.
Does this dress look handmade?
I reckon when you finish it won't.
Thank you.
She look like the winning horse at the Kentucky Derby.
I've drafted the Home Health Sanitation Initiative.
The what?
A bill that requires every white home to have a separate bathroom for the help.
Maybe we should just build you a bathroom outside, Haley.
Minnie? Hey, Abilene.
Hey, Minnie. These women raise white children. We love them, and they love us, but they can't even use the toilets in our houses.
Minnie, are you in there?
You are fired! You said to write about what disturbs me, particularly if it bothers no one else. I'd like to write something from the point of view of the help. I want to interview you.
No maid is ever going to tell you the truth. That's a hell of a risk to take in Jackson, Mississippi.
Courage isn't just about being brave. It's about overcoming fear and daring to do what is right for your fellow man.
What changed your mind?
God. And Miss Haley Holbrook.
I'm gonna help with your stories.
We all are. Y'all brought me into this, but I'm gonna finish it.
Have you lost your mind?
No, ma'am, but you about to.
It's quite scandalous. Sounds like Jackson, if you ask me.
You tell Abilene. Do I have plans for her?
You a godless woman. We gone done it now.
The dramatic genre is about how people lead their problems in real life and how they confront these. The action of the movie is not narrated or told by anyone. It's left to the public to live it. The biggest problem in the film is racism in the 16th, and that in Mississippi there are two social classes, the rich and the poor. Racism in the United States has always been known to be very strong. For this reason, thousands of people died and were violated, and in the movie you see this. It's the story of two women. One is white and healthy. Her name is Eugenia Phelan, and the other one is a black maid. Her name is Minnie Jackson. Eugenia wants to be a writer. For this, decides to write about the life of Mississippi black women. In Mississippi, white women's children are raised by black women. Meanwhile, black women's children are raised by others. Also, in the book, she wants to tell how black women are treated by white families and how they violate the human race in the 16th. Eugenia wanted the world to know about this life and how she rejected this life and discrimination. Constantine Bates was Eugenia's maid and her inspiration to tell her story and suffering. Octavia Spencer is Minnie Jackson in the movie. She is an American actress and author. She has been the winner of many awards, such as Academy Award, a British Academy Film Award, and a Golden Globe Award. She is one of two black actresses to have received 3 Academy Award nominations and is the only black actress to receive 2 consecutive nominations. Minnie Jackson plays a very important role. Thanks to her, the other black women decide to tell their stories. This act was very brave because they could lose their job and their life. Minnie, with her character, paid homage to African American Marines. Through Minnie's role, you live authentic feelings of joy because she did very funny things and sadness, because she lives very difficult moments for being black. The film director used different musical styles for making the movie. One of the songs was The Living Proof, released in 2011, made by Mary Blake, and his genre is R&B contemporary. The song was nominated Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song. Another song is Cherry, a rock song written by Bob Gladio and recorded by the Four Seasons in 1962. In an interview, Gladio said that the song was inspired by Bruce Channel's hit Hey Baby. The song Last Twister Again was released in 1961. It is a song written by Calman and Dave Apple and released as single by Chubby Checker, and its genre is pop. The song won a Grammy Award as the Best Contemporary Song. Checker also recorded it in German and in Italian. Octavia Lenore Spencer, born on May 25, 1972. In 1996, her film debut came with A Time to Kill. In 1998 and in 1999, she briefly started in episodes of TV series such as ER, Chicago Hope, The X-Files. In 2000, plays other roles in TV such as A City of the Angels. In 2007, she works for Disney Channel in the series Wizards of Waverly Place. In 2009, she played a nurse in Halloween 2 movie. In 2011, she placed her most important role in The Help. In 2013, she plays Regina in the original CBC series called Mom. In 2014, she performs for a Korean movie called Snowpiercer. In 2016, she participated in the movie Hidden Figures.
John Nash was one of the most brilliant minds of his generation.
Welcome to Princeton. Who among you will be the next Einstein?
Find a truly original idea. And it's the only way I will ever distinguish myself. It's the only way I will ever matter.
He saw the world.
Where's Nash?
Out there, looking for his original idea.
In ways that no one could imagine.
This flies in the face of 150 years of theory.
Congratulations, John.
It's the achievement of a lifetime.
From producer Brian Grazer and director Ron Howard.
I'm wondering, Professor Nash, if I can ask you to dinner. You do eat, don't you? How big is the universe?
Infinite.
How do you know for sure?
I don't, I just believe it.
It's the same with love, I guess.
The extraordinary gift.
What can I do for the Department of Defense?
That set him apart.
You are the best natural code breaker I have ever seen.
You've done your country a great service, son.
Would push his mind.
Get in.
What is wrong with you?
Beyond its limits.
Somebody, help me!
John, open the door. Talk to me. Tell me what happened.
It didn't happen. This is not what I signed on for.
I'm not leaving.
Stop! You can't reason your way out of this. Why not? Why can't I?
I need to believe that something extraordinary is possible.
DreamWorks Pictures, Universal Pictures, and Imagine Entertainment present.
You have to help me.
One man's journey to the greatest discovery of all.
You don't know it's real. This is real.
Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award nominee Ed Harris, and Jennifer Connelly.
Perhaps it is good to have a beautiful mind, but an even greater gift is to discover a beautiful heart.
A Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind is a movie based on the life of the mathematician John Nash, who receives the 1994 Nobel Prize in Mathematics. John Nash was the mysterious genius of Virginia. In the film, we can see the life of Professor John Nash. He is sent off for being a great mathematician, with the extraordinary ability to detect patterns both in nature and different areas. The genre of this movie is dramatic since John Nash has no friends and decides to create imaginary friends to not be so lonely. All the characters invented by Nash, his mind, give him everything he doesn't have. Initially, he felt very frustrated not to create some things that were unique while his classmates made progress in their achievement. The movie also tells you about the romantic genre. We can see how John falls in love with an extraordinary woman. Her name is Alice, who helps him with his problems, shares with him, understands him in his dilemmas, schizophrenia, and becomes a great support for Nash in these difficult moments. As the year went by, Nash was detected as schizophrenia too advanced, which caused him to be interned for a long time. After leaving this place, he continued to develop all the projects to achieve the creation of different mathematician formulas and reach his goal, win the Nobel Prize. Thanks to all his effort and dedication, he reached the prize in 1994. Russell Crowe. All the characters in the film play a fundamental role. Everyone contributes in a different way so that everything looks too real and for the film to reach all its successes. Russell Crowe is the actor who plays the main character of the movie A Beautiful Mind. John Nash is a difficult character to interpret for his illness, schizophrenia, and for all his mental disorders, but Russell does an excellent job to round the films. His main characteristic is that he acts by instinct, which makes each part of the film look too natural. Living without being able to differentiate what is real and what is not, it is very complicated. But Nash is brilliant mind got in. In the movie A Beautiful Mind, this situation is reflected very well. It is important along with disability is excellent John Nash clung to this intelligence and life with the voices of his they dissipated drawing him. His fight was not easy. However, he managed to understand that the pain of his life was in acceptance and very little detail was perfectly reflected by actor Russell to round the movie. Soundtrack. A Beautiful Mind is the original soundtrack album on the Decca record label of 2001 film A Beautiful Mind starring Russell Crowe. The original score and song were composed and conducted by James Roy. He was born in Los Angeles, California, August 14, 1953, and died on Jan 22, 2015, at the age of 61, after crashing while driving one of his private planes near the Los Padres National Forest, about 16 miles north of Santa Barbara, California. He was a composer, a soundtrack, and American director. His compositions have been in different fields recognized around the world such as Titanic and Avatar. He was also nominated for the Oscar Awards on 10 occasions, 2 of them in the Best Songs section and 8 in the soundtrack. James Roy has been criticized on numerous occasions for reviews part of his scores in different fields in which he worked. The opening theme of the movie The Bicentennial Man is very similar to the main theme of A Beautiful Man. His principal characteristic is the way in which it uses different music songs to make a sense more dramatic or to increase the tension of the viewers, characteristic that we can observe during all the movie. His work is full of great success in the mid of 1990s and continues until today. Timeline 1964. Russell Crowe was born in California on April 7, in a very big family. He had 6 brothers and 4 sisters. His father liked music, but his mother did like. 1983. He liked music a lot and tried to write songs while he was in college. 1986. In this year, he graduated from the university as a professional actor and had many projects and goals that he wanted to carry out in the short and long time. 1990. Premiered his first film, which took about 5 years to be recognized, The Little Giant. 1997. His professional career was improving every day, and this year he came to Hollywood thanks to the recognition he had during the productions. 2001. This year he remembers him with great happiness, as he won the prize for Best Drama Actor with the movie A Beautiful Man. 2003. Decided to marry his girlfriend Rosie. 2005. He never completely abandoned his music career, so this year he decided to release his first music single, which was success. 2006. He has a son with his wife, Frederick, who came into his life to make him happy every day. 2014. It was the closing of his professional career. In this year, he recorded his last film, The Watermaster.